Shout out to HD Self Made. That recent video that you dropped resonated with me. Most of your content resonates with me. That the latest video was fair, and I appreciate you just showing recognition to my music. That really goes a long way. Like genuine support doesn't go unnoticed. I'm not one of those type of people where I need a billion people. Because the majority of the time it's just me. Like it's always just been me going at my craft and just doing what I love to do. I never really relied on a crowd. So I was never one of those type of people who relied on the whole world to give me validation to do what I do. But it still hits different when people show you that appreciation, when it could just be one person, but that genuine support from that one person goes a long way. I don't take any of it for granted. You said, "What's up, Vision? This is Michael. How you doing right now, bro? I was thinking about you, man. Just chilling, bro. Just chilling, streaming for y'all, man. Just getting back to it. I appreciate you for tapping in. But yeah, that support goes a long way, man. And I truly appreciate it. Like this year of 2025 has been amazing for me. It's truly been amazing. I've been more creative than I ever been. Just been tapped in, man. I've been impressing myself along the way as well. Just even outdoing my own expectations of what I thought I could do. And even how HD Self-Made said in his video, I'm gonna link his video in the description. I'm gonna pin it in the comment section as well, but it was good, Kenny. What's good, bro? Hope y'all all doing well. Yeah, I just been so locked in and just creating. And even as far as I said, like outdoing myself, like HD Self-Made said in his video how he said every time that I create or I drop something new, it's elevated from the previous work that I put out. And that's like an accomplishment right there. Just knowing that the fact that you could outdo yourself and be even better than before each time. I've just been stepping on my comfort zone as well, like live streaming the process. I've just been doing a lot of new things this year. And these are things that I always wanted to do. I always wanted to live stream my process. I even made a video about it before I started doing it. This was like probably months ago, but I was talking about it. I was like, I'm watching certain streamers and I'm thinking to myself, like, I always wanted to do stuff like this growing up. And now I'm able to do it. And this year, 2025, is all about creativity. And this is not the old world. This is why I say this world is changing. This is no longer the same world. This is why you see so many people being more expressive and creative, being themselves. Like, this is the new world that we're in. It's all about expression. You really got to be tapped in. Like, these current times that we're living in is geared towards people like myself, and I'm glad to be a part of it because this has always been me. I've always been creative. I've always been with the social media. I've always been ahead of the curve on that type of stuff. And it's like now you finally get that platform. You finally get that spotlight shed on just your creativity, just in the times that we're in, the current times that we're in. He said, I bet I'm gonna check his channel, and yeah. The best person to surprise and outdo is your previous self. Facts. I've just been reaching new heights with my creativity, man, and I just really feel proud of myself and accomplished of all that I'm doing. Another thing he mentioned in his video is how the certain people who used to get looked down on or get looked at a certain way, they're now able to flourish in this new era that we're in, which is another reason why I'm glad to be a part of it. There was always these people out here in the world who were creative. They always were into their craft. And now the current times that we're in, it sheds a spotlight on that more than ever. And this is like the only way to get through this reality is by creating. Just putting that creative energy into use. Because if you just let it sit there, you're just gonna be drained. I'm not saying you gotta constantly be creating something and overdoing it or overworking yourself, nah, but you just want to be tapped into that. Because I just noticed for myself when I'm not creating, I just feel stagnant. I just feel more accomplished for myself when I'm creating. But you just gotta find a balance with it. You don't want to overwork yourself and drain yourself. And for certain things, I just can't rush it. Like as far as music and all of that, I can't rush that. I have to find the right production. Like it's not just like fast food for me. Like I really have to enjoy what I'm doing. I can't force it. I'm just so proud of myself for stepping out my comfort zone this year. Like I really recorded myself making a full song on live. It was already tough for me to begin with to even be on live making a song in general. Like that stuff ain't as easy as it seems. You see these streamers doing it and it looks like it's so simple, but it's not. It can be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming. It can put pressure on you. It's really like putting yourself on the spot. And yeah, like I really put myself through that. Stepped out my comfort zone. Yeah, it was kind of rough at first to like get the hang of it. And I just tapped into it and just impressed myself. Like, damn, I really made I really made a song on live and documented the process, the entire process. And it really just makes me think like certain things do happen for a reason. I made a video about this as well on my music channel, but it's like you can create with negative energy. You can use negative energy to create. Because just me reflecting on it, I'm like, my BandLab stopped working, and I thought that was the worst thing that can happen to me. I thought I wouldn't ever be able to make music again. But it put me in a position to make music still, but just in a different way. But I'm thinking to myself, if I never was able to use BandLab, if this situation never happened, I wouldn't have been able to do what I'm doing now. So like this situation forced me to have to just take a different approach. So I'm kind of grateful at the same time. And this is something that I don't see a lot of people doing. It's just fun to tap in with people live. Like this should be so lit. This is why I love the mindset that I have now, bro, because I don't need much. Like I'm able to just start out with whatever I'm doing. I can do that shit with the least resources possible and just start it. And that's what I'm showing people. Like you don't need all this fancy equipment. That's the reason back then I wouldn't do stuff like that. Because I would think I need all this equipment or I gotta be in a live studio. You really start to think that way. Like, damn, man, don't nobody want to see my process. I don't have the latest streaming quality. I don't look like all these other streamers, or I don't got, like, no, I'm able to just start shit, bro. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm showing you that you can just do that shit. It might not look the way you thought it was gonna look. It might not be the quality you thought, but you can still do it. This is just something in me that I just want to stream. So I'm like, why would I stop myself with all of these? It's just like mental. All you gotta do is just start it. Like there is no excuse for me. That's what I'm basically trying to say. Like there's no excuse. Like all those things that you dreamed of that you could do one day, All those things that you used to dream of as a kid to wish to want to do, you realize I can do it. Only difference between you and these other people that you look up to is they got a bigger audience. They probably got more equipment than you, but that's about it. Like, the interaction is what really matters the most, the connection with the viewers. As long as I'm doing that, like, I'm fulfilled. I'm still having fun just like these people. Like, I'm still in the moment. I'm still creating. So, like, it's just showing me that you can do this stuff. You said facts. You use negativity to push yourself to the next level. Facts. It's like these tough moments that you go through is only giving you fuel to create. You can create something beautiful out of that. Not only do I hear other people speaking about that, how they made their best projects when they were going through a rough time in life, but just me speaking from experience. Because it happened to me personally. I would make my best song and it would be like during a tough time. Because I took that energy and redirected it. Yeah, this is really just a time to tap in with yourself and all your creative abilities. This is that time to showcase your art, showcase your talent, bro. There's nothing standing in your way at this point. If I can do it, I know you can do it. It's somebody out there with 10 times more resources than I have, but they're making an excuse to not do this stuff. You got to step out your comfort zone, bro. There's no way that I'm doing it. It's best to just tap in and create because you don't want to be trapped in it. You don't want to be trapped in this 3D realm. This 3D realm is over with. The more you don't tap in with yourself, you're just gonna be strung along with this world, which is already over with. This whole world is already over with. There's nothing left here. It's all outdated. It ran its course already. It's over with. That's how it feels for me personally. Like there's nothing left here. I gotta be doing something different, something beyond this. There's nothing out here to chase. It's over with. Now it's just time to go within at this point. Just tap in. And I'm just so appreciative of the people who support me. Like I said, it can just be one person, and that one person, I'm gonna appreciate them to the max. A lot of people take this stuff for granted because they don't have the right intention when they don't have the right intentions with this stuff, and it comes back to bite you in the long run. I've seen it too many times. These people, they have all the things that you think you dream of and that you desperately want so bad. They have all of this stuff, they have access to it, but they're still not even right internally about it. They're still not grateful. And it only drives them insane later down the line. This is why this mentality that I have, I'm grateful to have this mentality about it. So where I'm just grateful about the smallest things. And just being able to be fulfilled by doing this. This world is just a facade, bro. It's all about your intentions with it, with this stuff. It's all about your mentality about it. Because if that's not right, then nothing will ever work. Nothing will ever be enough. Yeah, all that stuff looks good on paper, and yeah, it does kind of mean something to you. Like, okay, I got numbers with this. This bring me a lot of views. Like, yeah, that type of stuff, it gets you in a moment, like, you feel kind of accomplished about it. I'm not saying you shouldn't be, but I'm just saying don't let that be the sole determining factor behind your intentions with this stuff. You say, yeah, you gotta have real intentions to appreciate your accomplishments. So, visionary. What's good, bro? Welcome to the chat, man. But yeah, but you just want to have the right mentality with this. Don't go in there with the wrong intentions. Enjoy every moment. I just appreciate the genuine connections with it, to come across people who I resonate with and their message and their perspective on things. It's just refreshing to come across those type of people that inspire you, that are kind of on the same mentality as you. And just to hear the feedback, it goes a long way. No, a million people didn't tell me nothing. It wasn't a million people who sang my praises, but just that one person, it really meant a lot. And that just shows how much of the little things that I can appreciate. It can just be one person, and I appreciate that to the max. With this mentality, you're able to go far with this, because it's not based on anything external, but you're just grateful for the little things. That's what takes you far. Like, I value those connections, those genuine connections. I value those. And this is why it's important to just be genuine. I'm not telling you to just go out your way to show fake love, or just be genuine about it. If it's genuine, it's no problem with it. Because that one thing can be someone's sole purpose on continuing whatever they're doing to inspire them. You could have just inspired somebody to just keep going with just showing that appreciation for what they do or giving credit where it's due. People don't realize how much little things can go a long way, man. And this is what stagnates people. Like I said, it's like a mental trap that we're programmed with. We feel like everything has to be above and beyond. Like, no, we can start right now. You can start right here in the moment. Like I said, I'm living proof to show y'all that you can just start in the moment. You want to create, you want to stream, start that shit now. You don't got to wait for nobody. You don't got to wait for this outside world. You don't got to wait for approval. You can just go. Stop thinking you need all of this worldly bullshit, bro. It has no value. It's over with. All of this worldly stuff it's over with. It was good, HD Self-Made. I appreciate your video you did, bro. It meant a lot to me, and I spoke on it earlier in this stream. I'm gonna link your video in the stream as well, and I'm gonna pin it in the comment section. Man, yeah, that video meant a lot. I watched it all the way through. I watched it multiple times. And like I said, just keep doing your thing, because your perspective on those videos, it inspires me. Those videos go a long way. Like, I'm glad you resonated with the new song. This is why I said these are the moments that are priceless, man. Like, I don't need to be famous. I don't need none of the big numbers, but it's like just creating these moments, man. Like, that's what it's all about. I'm glad y'all got to experience that live on stream. For y'all who don't know, I drop music and all of that on my music channel. That's gonna be linked in the description as well. Y'all can go tune into that channel, but it's lit over there. I be doing full songs on live stream over there, dropping songs, dropping gems about music, advice to artists. So much. He said, I'm glad you loved it, bro. Thanks, I appreciate the support. Yeah, no problem, man. Like, I appreciate you just showing the props and being upfront about it, and just being genuine about it. And I'm glad you rock with the new song. And I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad I just created a moment with it. So shouts out to all the people who was in the stream just witnessing that. That shit was legendary. I'm just so proud of myself for that moment, man. I created a masterpiece on stream with y'all, man. Like, we don't need to have the most numbers. We don't need to have none of that shit. Like, that's the type of shit I do this for. The song don't even have to reach 1 million views. It don't gotta reach. It can reach 100 views. I'm proud of it. So I'm about to start posting shorts of the vids I post. I've been slacking on that. Yeah, I'll be tuned in. But yeah, that recent video was just fire. And it's true too, like what you said about this new era. Like how this new era is geared towards creators. It's geared towards just expression, creative expression. He said that song was so fire. That song is unique and legendary. Thanks a lot. That truly means a lot, bro. Just to know that I can impact at least one person that way to where they enjoy my work. It inspires them or whatever, or they just enjoy it. I'm appreciative of that. This is like the only thing that can keep me going. Like I said, I have to be creating this. This is like the only thing that can keep you going in this world that we live in. Is to be tapped in. When I reflect on this year, man, of 2025, it's gonna be kind of like a nostalgic type of. This year is kind of nostalgic. You said, yeah, this is the golden age for creators and facts. It's the only way to maintain. Yeah. It's like the only thing that's gonna keep you pushing. You don't even have to be creating something 24/7, but just being tapped in, just with music, just whatever you love, just being immersed in that. That's the only thing that keeps me going. If not, you're just gonna be in a slump with all of that creative energy just going down the drain. I still gotta find a healthy balance with it. Cause sometimes it's like that's all you wanna do. And just create and create. But sometimes you need a break. It just feels like it's a part of you. That's how I feel about music. I literally feel like music is a part of me. And if I don't have it or I go without it, it feels like something's missing. I don't even feel the same. So I gotta be tapped in with this. It keeps you connected with your inner child. And I feel like if I ever stop creating or I just abandon this, I will lose my inner child. I will lose that connection with my inner child. I will lose that internal fulfillment. So this has always been a part of me. I could never abandon this stuff. This content in general, just creating. Like I could never abandon this because I wouldn't be myself. I wouldn't feel like myself. It's so tough to it's so tough to express yourself in this world, how judgmental it is. How programmed it is. Like it's hard to find a gateway for expression, for you to express yourself. This is why I have to be tapped in with what I do and music and just creativity to express myself. It gives you that outlet. This world won't give you any outlet like that. I just feel like this is my outlet, just creating. I could finally just immerse myself in my imagination and just be limitless, just be free. No longer being tied down by the confines and structures of this reality. You said, "What's up, Vision? What's good, bro? Thanks for tapping in." He said, "I got some fire stuff in the vault. I've been having to slow down and break away from the environment I'm at. I wish I could have a place away from the distractions to constantly be in that flow state." Yep, I understand, bro. I got some stuff in the vault as well. It's this song that I had for a minute. I was trying to complete it yesterday, but I was just so tired. I just fell asleep. I'm like I said, I'm not going to overdo anything or overwork myself. You got to have that balance with it. What I want to start doing more is those music streams, but like I can't rush it. I just got to find the right production that inspires me enough to want to create. I can't just I can't just force any of my creations. So most of the time, if you see me take a break, it's because I needed that break, or I just can't find nothing at the time that inspires me. But once I do, I'm gonna do another song on stream. I'll stay tuned for whatever you got in the vault too. He said it's like I be getting burnt out a lot faster lately. I've been taking more naps, it helps. Yeah, that rest is crucial. Getting that rest, the proper rest is crucial. Because just with how fast time has been speeding up, it just feels like you constantly got to be in that survival mode. You constantly got to be rushing, and I don't like that feeling. It feels like you're losing so much time that you don't have time to really take a break. That's just how being in this world would make you feel. And if you take that one break, it feels like you take one break, it feels like a week or something. And it's like I be reaching a certain high, like that when you're creating, it like gives you a high, like a feeling that you can't explain. So you would want to just indulge in it over and over, like I mentioned myself. Like that feeling that I get, I be wanting to reach that again. So like I just be wanting to create more and more. But I can't rush myself and I can't force it. It's a lot of times where I be feeling like that. I be having an inspiration, but he said, it's like I be having the inspiration, but I don't be having the energy to do it because I've already been doing it for so long. So I need that break. I'm not even gonna say you reach a high. That's one way to explain it, but it's that flow state that I mentioned. On my music channel, I mentioned that the flow state is basically that. It's basically being in that flow state. And how ironic that it's named the flow state. I was thinking about this too because I make music. And I'm like, when you make music and you're rapping or whatever, you find a flow, right? So I'm like, how ironic is that I reached the flow state and a flow. So it got me to thinking like that's like the key when you're making music. Is finding that flow and being in that flow state. That's how you come up with that stuff. That's probably why they call it a flow. You said I despise having that feeling of being rushed when things are forced. It prolongs the breaks. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's all about being in that flow state, just being present and just locked in. I found I found myself reaching that state, and like I said, it gets to the point where you outdo yourself because you reach that flow state, and it's like, damn, I just outdid myself. Like sometimes you're in disbelief of yourself. Like, how did I do this? Like I'll come up with certain concepts or certain flows, or I'll create certain songs, and I'll be in certain pockets with it, with my cadence or whatever I'm doing. And just me being tapped in, it's like I kind of did that, but it was like, how can I explain it? It's like I didn't even intentionally do this stuff. It just happened, if that makes sense. Because it's that flow state that you're in. I just be thinking like, how did I even come up with this flow that I came up with for this song? It wasn't really nothing like too intentional. It was just being in that flow state, and then it just occurred. He said, yeah, for you to be creative, you need those ideas to flow in naturally. Yeah, it's like you're watching magic or something when it's taking place. Said if you can flow with your words, you'll flow better mentally. Ideas will come in as you're flowing. Yeah, bro, it's like that stuff just clicks instantly. Like I was just in that flow state. That's how I did it. Like, you just be in the moment, you just express yourself in the moment, and it just happens. I just be looking back and reflecting on my previous work, my previous productions or whatever I did. And when I reflect on it, it's like I said, I'm in amazement of myself. Like, damn, I really did that. I really streamed all of that. I really did that. Like from the outside looking in, it would seem so intricate. Like you had to start your stream up, you had to do this, you had to find concepts, you had to flow, you had to sequence it, you had to record it. From the outside looking in, it's all of that. Not even just from the outside looking in, just in general. You are doing a lot of what you're doing, but you just be in that flow state. And that's the best state to be in because you're escaping that feeling of feeling like it's like that 9 to 5 mentality. It's feeling like a job. It's feeling like it's forced. That's what takes the fun away from it. But when you're in that flow state, you're just in the moment. You're present with it. It doesn't even seem like it's hard work. It's just fun. And that's what it's really all about. Is enjoying it, enjoying the process, enjoying it, and having fun. Which is why you see the world changing the way it is. It's about having fun. That's the only way these people are able to do this stuff constantly. You can't do something constantly if you hate it. But if you love to do it, you can do that every day. You see people having fun for a living. Like that's what it's supposed to be. That this world is backwards. They got people doing things that they hate, that make them miserable, when it should be the other way around. You see these people having so much fun doing what they love, and these people are on top because that's what it's about. That's the only way you're going to be able to keep going. It's like the only way That's like the only way you can keep going, especially in times like this. It has to be genuine. You have to love to do it, and it can't be forced. The way things are nowadays, it's so tough to force things. This new era is just so transparent. Everything's in the open. All the information's out. Like it's tough to hide things.